Brett Okamoto with ESPN alongside UFC light heavyweight Dominick Reyes, who just fought Jon Jones, 5-round decision at UFC 247 here in Houston, Texas. Tremendous fight. A lot of people saying different things about the scores, but before we get to all that, it's fresh, but what's going through your mind just shortly after the fight?
I'm definitely disappointed, man. I mean, I went out there and I fought with literally all my heart. I felt like I did what it took to win the fight. I truly feel like I won the fight, and judges didn't see it that way tonight.
Talk about the game plan. I mean, coming in, it was very clear that you wanted to get in his face. You wanted to be aggressive. You kind of mentioned that earlier in the week, and then you certainly went out and did that. But can you talk about the game plan, not only in the first round, but throughout the fight?
Yeah, the game plan was to fight. The game plan was to get in his face. He is a man, and he has fears just like everyone else. And I brought those fears out of him tonight. I put it on him, man. I was out striking the shit out of him, man, and I was having fun doing it. Yeah, the game plan was to be more athletic than him tonight, and I feel like I was. I even landed a nice hook kick, a spinning heel kick. Well, that was pretty fancy. Yeah, man, I was having fun, and the game plan was just go out there and be the best Dominick Reyes you could be. Fight with all your heart. I have a tremendous amount of support around me. I trained so hard, and I felt like it was enough. I truly believe I won that fight. I'm the uncrowned king right now.
Was it ever a hard game plan to sort of embrace this idea of, as during your preparations, that I'm going to go after the greatest fighter of all time? Like, and I'm just going to fight the guy. I'm going to really take it to him. Did that take some mental preparation?
No, man, I'm a dog, man. You got to be a dog. If you want it, you got to take it. And I'm a dog, man. You got to dig deep, and you got to want it, and you got to fight. That's who I am, man. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm pretty soft-spoken for the most part, but deep down, man, I'm a competitor, and I love this shit. Like, I love competing. I love pushing it, and taking it to Jon Jones was an easy thing for me.
What do you think his reaction was to you taking it to him? Because like you said, not a lot of people have done that. A lot of people don't look at Jon Jones and think, oh, he's just a normal guy. He has fears. You looked at him in that light, and then you fought him in that way. What was his reaction to you doing that?
Oh, he didn't like it. He definitely didn't like it. We saw that throughout the fight. He was trying to get a beat on me, and he couldn't. I was shaking and moving. Apparently, you can't stick and move in MMA because it's frowned upon, according to these judges. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's very disappointing. You work so fucking hard, man, and I did everything in my power to win that fight, and to come up short, it's definitely hurts, man.
Is it a situation that you want to go back and you want to watch the fight and you want to see what the judges saw, or is it almost just so painful that you don't even want to revisit it? I mean, how do you feel about it now?
I won that fight, I know I was there. He was there, Everybody, all the staff, from the top all the way down told me I won that fight, and I know I won that fight. I was in that fight, and the judges didn't see it that way. It fucking hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry for cursing, but man, but it wasn't even like that. The judges had me getting demolished. I outstruck them so bad the first 3 rounds. Like, if you look at the punch counts and the strike counts in the first 3 rounds, it was ugly. And to say I lost 49-46, like, what is that? Like, who are you? Like, complete scum. That's a scum move.
Is there any consolation to you that you do have this strong vindication in your mind that you did beat him? Like, is that any consolation, or does it not mean anything without the belt?
It does mean something. I went out there and I showed my heart to the world. I showed the world exactly who I am. I put it all out there, and either you're going to respect it or you're not, but I feel like it's plenty to be respected. And my goal for this fight was to fight with everything I have and for the world to see me for who I am. And I feel like I accomplished that tonight. Like I said, man, I'm the people's champ.
So how do you go about righting this wrong? You feel like you were the uncrowned champion. You feel like you beat Jon Jones tonight. What are the next steps that you have to take in order to become the official champion?
Next step is heal up. I mean, that was a grueling fight. I've never been 5 rounds, for the record. Like, that was my very first time going 5 rounds, and it took a toll on me a little bit. My legs and things like that. Jon's very creative with his strikes, but heal up, get better, get stronger, get faster, and come back with even more fury.
Did you have a chance to talk to Dana White? Because when I spoke to him, he did say, you know, that Joe Silva, who he holds in very high regard, the former matchmaker, said that he had the fight a draw. And you look on Twitter, you see plenty of people saying Dominick Reyes won, some people saying Jon won. Do you feel like this is a situation where you could step into a media rematch? Do you have any faith in that? Have you talked to Dana about it?
Dana, he did mention that in the octagon. You know, when you guys run it back, that's what he said. He said it's going to be a banger. And then Jon also mentioned, you know, at the very end of all the press, right before we left the octagon, he said, "Hey man, when we run it back, it's going to be crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win." So I mean, I already won, but according to the judges, man, honestly, that's what I was looking for. I see it as an ESPN instant classic, man. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted an ESPN instant classic. I want a fight that people could watch and go, "Wow, those two guys scrapped." You know, they both put it out there. And that's what I feel like I accomplished. At the end of the day, I'm proud of what I did. You know, I'm 2.5 years in the UFC, 12-0. Like, man, my ceiling is, I have no ceiling. This God has a plan for me. You know, I didn't win this fight, you know, and that's what it was according to the judges. But it's just gonna make me stronger.
One thing Jon's mentioned to me a few moments ago, and I don't know how he would have known this, if it's something he felt or if it's something someone told him, but he said he thought that you suffered a torn ACL. Did you suffer any type of knee injury during the fight?
No, I don't think I tore anything. My legs are sore from kicking the crap out of him, and he's kicking the crap out of me. So, no, I don't think I tore anything. Okay. I mean, if he takes pride in tearing someone's ACL, that's pretty scumbaggy, but whatever.
Last question for you. Did you have any type of, what were your post-fight plans? You know, coming into this, you thought you would walk away a UFC champion. Do you have any plans in the next few days or weeks following the fight?
My plans are still the same. Enjoy my family, enjoy my friends, maybe go on a beach somewhere and enjoy life, man. Like I did the work. Now I get to enjoy it a little bit. Yeah.
Well, Dom, I think you're right. I think it is an instant classic. I think it's a fight that people will be watching for a lot of years to come. So you can take some pride in that. And thanks a lot for an entertaining evening.
Thanks, Brett.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and special content, subscribe to ESPN+.